Hi everybody and welcome to the video. And today's subject, has commercial property investment come to an end? Well, it depends on what kind of commercial property you mean, and here I'm going to tell you why I think certain types of commercial property investment are not going to be as attractive in the future as they have been up until now. You see, we can't just talk about commercial property without talking about its use. There are four basic types of commercial property: office, retail, warehouse and industrial. And clearly during the pandemic we've all been working from home and going into the office if only occasionally. And so demand for office space is already dropping. Indeed, many large firms are reporting that they are not going to require their employees to return to the large multi-floor landmark offices that they occupy. Ultimately, this is going to mean a lot of office space is not going to be required and is going to be relinquished by the tenants. Maybe some of it will be converted to new city homes. We'll have to wait and see. Similarly, during lockdown, we've all switched to online retailing, and I'm pretty certain that Amazon now own the planet. And that trend is likely to persist because we've all become massively adapted to the convenience of it. So, and we've also seen therefore the demise of several landmark retail names in the UK whose stores are now vacant. And again, those spaces will be up for reuse. So demand for those kind of properties and therefore their yields and their values is going to fall in the short term. Speaking of Amazon, we've already seen some online retailers, including Amazon, repurposing retail stores as local distribution hubs. So it may well be that that's what the high street may become, and then particularly where we have coffee shops, we have gallerias, but the main purpose of the upper floors of these former retail stores is to act as warehouses to enable fast sub-24-hour delivery into their local market. What is undeniable is that during the pandemic, demand for warehousing and industrial premises has risen dramatically. There is currently no available stock of large industrial units in the UK. It's all been eaten up. And so a good investment, I would suggest, over the next 5 to 10 years is in exactly that kind of property. Things that can support logistics hubs, manufacturing hubs, and indeed flexible units that can be repurposed at short notice. The traditional human-occupied commercial property, less attractive, the goods and manufacturing properties more attractive. So we're going to see an uneven shifting in the market. Similarly, I think we're going to see a geographic shift. As working from home has become the norm, small office units, which are not expensive and capable of being hot desked, possibly outside city centres because the staff no longer like the idea of commuting, may become more attractive than city centre ones. Similarly, small manufacturing units will support the thousands of new businesses that have started up during the pandemic and may conceivably grow from being kitchen sink enterprises to being small trading businesses with their own manufacturing and storage infrastructure. So once again, no one-line answer to what's going to happen to a market. What's really interesting, of course, is that the pandemic has covered up the one other major economic change of our generation, that being Brexit. What's going to happen now we're out of Europe? We're already negotiating free trade deals with Australia and trying to join the Asian Pacific region. We're already seeing a surge of people leaving Hong Kong and coming to the UK under their right to remain, and interestingly, bringing their businesses with them. Is that going to lead to a further demand for warehousing as Hong Kong-based distribution centres are moved here by their owners? Is Britain going to become a trading hub, not just for the rest of the world, but also as a launch point for entry into Europe from those markets? Our familiarity with Europe and how to deal with it, even though we're now technically outside it, may well be seen to be an advantage by our other more distant foreign trading partners. So for a variety of reasons, I genuinely believe that warehouse and industrial is going to be the sector to invest in over the next 5 to 10 years. Whether the pandemic trend of working from home and using online retail reverses, And whether it reverses completely is a matter that we have to wait and see. I, for one, think it won't go back to the way it was before. But enough about what I think. We'd like to hear your thoughts. Please let us have your views, your opinions, your observations in the comments below. And if you've liked this video, even if you disagree with it, please click like, click subscribe to hear more from us, because we really genuinely want to reflect your views and debate them. Now, we at Cornerstone Tax aren't economists, we're actually stamp duty experts, and we specialise in assisting people to pay the right amount of tax or recover overpaid tax on property transactions for the last 15 years. If you think you might have overpaid on a transaction, or you've got one in mind where you think it might conceivably not be the right figure, feel free to get in touch with us. Click on the link below and we'd be more than happy to help you.